So we got short-term buy and hold rentals, Airbnbs. You can partner a lot of them. When you say short-term, you can do like 30 days or like extended stay with like nurses, traveling nurses use a lot of these, where you have companies that'll bring people in, like they're working only 3 months in an area and they rather have a house than be in a hotel for 3 months. And so they're looking for like a short-term rental where they might not be in there just for day-to-day, for a couple days and for the weekend type of strategy. But this is a great one that you can use for single family, also for apartments. That we're looking at some of our, taking a subset of our units and just leveraging them as short-term rentals for people coming in the area that's looking for something that's already set up, has furniture, it's furnished and everything, and they can come in. They don't have to worry about checking in a hotel and elevators and all that stuff, and do that. So that's a great way to increase your cash flow just with short-term rentals and kind of diversify. Because with all this stuff, there's multiple strategies that you can leverage, and you don't have to just pick one. I say get really good at one and then start leveraging others. Whereas that you can go deep, and once you figure out that, you get your systems in place, you get really comfortable with it. It's like, okay, now I'm really good at fixing flipping. I'm keeping some, like every third, fourth house I'm burning and keeping it in my portfolio. And now we're going through, I feel really good. We got a good team, good system. Let's start taking some of this profit that's set aside. We're gonna start buying apartment buildings. We start with small apartment buildings, then we're gonna move into larger apartment buildings. And it just kind of dovetails, and you continue to grow and build your network and build your portfolio up over time. And then 20, 30 years from now, you look up, it's like, man, we got 20 single family houses and we got like 50 apartment units, and and we made it happen. And so, and that's the thing that you do. So kind of think through some of these different strategies, what fits with what you do, because all this stuff you want to be consistent. Whatever you choose to do, you're gonna have to be consistent at it. And so figuring out the pieces of it, we're gonna talk about some of the marketing strategies, like, hey, okay, who are these people that are selling houses for 50% on the dollar? It's like, okay, man, I can't go buy a house for 50,000. Yes, you can. And there's people out here that are investors. You know, we had a workshop last week where we had a guy coming in talking about how he works strictly with just tired landlords. He goes and pulls eviction records. He calls these people up on the phone, and he's across the state. He calls his market is Tulsa, and I think he's based out of the Atlanta area, and so that's his area that he works. He just calls them, gets the deal, negotiates on contract, pays somebody to go walk it for him, gets the video, the pictures, and negotiate seller finance a deal. Well, a lot of them, then you don't have to bring money to the deal because they're so done and frustrated. They're like, hey, I own it free and clear. You come in, take it, because they haven't been getting paid. They're like, hey, I'll come in, I'll pay you $800 a month. I know I can rent it for $1,500. I'm gonna have to put $5,000 in it, and they're happy. And a lot of times, like, hey, I'm gonna pay you $700 a month. They don't even ask about the interest rate. They just like, hey, it's income. You're gonna pay it, like, boom, and it's fine. So you're completely limitless when it comes to real estate and the creativity that you can bring into all these deals.